Welcome to Rainbow House's second grade programming, Tulip Doesn't Feel Safe. Today we're going to discuss the 3 sessions in depth, as well as how to create awareness about domestic abuse, the effects on a family, and how Rainbow House can help. This programming will focus on nonviolent conflict resolution techniques, as well as providing each child with their own safety plan. Welcome, parents. My name is Shannon Sexton, and I'm Rainbow House's Youth and Teen Advocate. Today I'll be going over with you the second grade programming called Tulip Doesn't Feel Safe. We'll go into each session through detail. If you have any questions, please look at my contact card at the very end of the slides. Session 1 starts with a pre-survey. The survey allows Rainbow House to see how effective our teaching strategies are, as well as how much your child has retained. The pre-survey consists of 8 questions. Some of these questions include, do you know what Rainbow House is and what we do? Do you know what domestic violence is? And do you know 5 safe adults you can talk to, as well as 5 places you can go? After the pre-survey, we discuss what Rainbow House is. I explain to them that Rainbow House is a place where adults and their children can go if they're not feeling safe. I show them pictures of the shelter and discuss how Rainbow House looks just like a normal home as seen in the picture. We then discuss how the shelter has multiple bedrooms that can house up to 14 people, as seen in the top left. We also look at our kitchen, which is in the top right, and explain how we have normal appliances just like the ones you'd see at home. We also have a living room, as seen in the bottom left, and a laundry room, as seen in bottom right. Our shelter is kid-friendly, so it's important to talk about how the Rainbow House has a playroom, as seen on the photo on the left, and an outdoor play area that has a slide, ladders, and swings. This is used to comfort the children not only because you can tell it's kid-friendly, but because they're things you would see at home. After the discussion about Rainbow House ends, we discuss what domestic violence is. It's important to remember that we only discuss verbal, emotional, and physical abuse. We do this by bringing in a trifold felt board that creates a puzzle with the pieces that make up domestic abuse. This is like the puzzle seen on the slide. We start by talking about what domestic violence is and how it's something that happens to adults, not kids. We then explain that not every adult is experiencing domestic violence. Domestic violence is something that happens to adults that are related to each other or living together. Some examples that might be used include an aunt and uncle or roommates. We will also discuss that an adult gets hurt. They don't just live together and they're not just adults. There are 3 ways someone can get hurt. The first one is physical abuse, which we explain as using your hands, feet, or any other part of your body to hurt somebody. An example is slapping or kicking. The next form is emotional abuse, which includes ignoring someone's feelings. Examples will include making someone feel worthless or teasing someone to make them feel bad. The last type of abuse explained is verbal abuse. This includes name-calling, such as calling someone a loser and using hurtful put-downs. We finish up session 1 by watching Tulip Doesn't Feel Safe. This program teaches children that they always have choices. They can learn to trust their feelings, identify their options, and make decisions that will keep them safe. They learn to identify risky people, places, and times that are unsafe or stressful to them. It'll also teach them to use the STOP plan of action. For a sample of the video, follow the link provided. This link will also be available in the description. That concludes session 1. We start off session 2 by reviewing what domestic violence is using the puzzle pieces. We then review the movie. We ask multiple questions, but some will include what were some of the safe options that Tulip had, and what does the acronym STOP mean. The last part of session 2 includes filling out a sheet of paper that students can list 5 safe people and 5 safe places on. The safe people will be defined as someone you and your family knows that is willing to help you and not hurt you. Some examples include a mother, father, neighbor, teacher, or bus driver. A safe place is defined as somewhere where your child feels comfortable, has support, and is somewhere where they feel comfortable talking to someone else. Some examples include neighbors, school, home, a friend's house, or more. Each student will have a personalized plan for their 5 safe people and 5 safe places. This concludes session 2. In the final session, we'll go over what domestic violence is and some points from Tulip Doesn't Feel Safe. We also have an officer come in to speak to the children. The point of the officer coming in is to explain what his job duties are and to get the children familiar with a police officer. We don't want children to be afraid when they need help. We want them to be able to call 911 and feel secure rather than fearful. After the officer talks to the class, we'll finish up session 3 with a post-survey. This asks if they know what Rainbow House is, what we do, what domestic violence is, and if they know 5 safe people and 5 safe places. This concludes our 2nd grade programming of Tulip Doesn't Feel Safe. If you have any questions, please call me, Shannon Sexton, at the Rainbow House at our 1-800 number. The number is 1-800-956-6656. Please remember that all of our services are free, confidential, and 24/7.